Assassin is like a preventive pick.
Yeah, Nyx Assassin is actually really strong against Invoker. The bloody guy has like 4 intelligence gain or something. Yeah, a lot of intel to burn away with that mana burn. It's actually also really strong against Timbersaw. You spike Carapace, when he chains, he hurts himself, he stops the chain. I think Nyx in general is one of the good counters to a Timbersaw. So definitely going to be a thorn at his side. No pun intended. But Alchemist ban coming out and a OD Alchemist ban. Why are we banning Alchemist here?
Well, you can see, as we can see yesterday, that Team Bazaar, they pick Alchemist often. They actually pick like 2 or 3 times yesterday, and even in the throughout the main qualifiers, they actually use Alchemist to defeat White Fries.
Okay, yeah.
So that's one of the Nana core heroes, and with the CM Aura, yeah, she can spam as many as you want.
Yeah, that actually makes a lot of sense. The funny thing is, a lot of people think, oh, CM helps really fix a lot of the big mana problems, but the real thing that CM helps is those heroes that have like moderate mana cost, but they have to use the spells very often, like Shadow Fiend, like Alchemist. So CM is actually a nice little combo. It prevents them from having to spend too much mana regen, build too much regen items. And I think Team Bazaar might actually go for that SF now, like you mentioned. But yeah, there's gonna be Ogre in his lane now. Ogre gonna run. No, you're gonna have Spirit Breaker. Okay,
definitely on Afu, I believe.
Yeah, he's the space maker of the team. Spirit Breaker. Have you seen as much from them?
Yeah, actually, to be frank, I don't really see Afu on Spirit Breaker. Usually he plays on Sladar, Fox Position, or Earth Spirit. So this is something out of ordinary, probably because they are going out of their comfort zone. Because as you can see, yesterday game on the first day, they draft with what they are comfortable with, all their basic bread and butter hero, but it doesn't turn out well. So I guess it's like to
change your plans.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so change your plans for Team Bazaar. Yeah, you know the couch was talking about how they had a little slump yesterday, how the youth team is actually doing better. So, you know, Bazaar, they got a reputation to step up. I mean, if you guys are unaware, Bazaar are actually the ex-Warriors Gaming. Warriors Gaming Unity, they have had some decent showings at international events. You know, they have placed quite high on the regionals, Boston. And a lot of people pin a lot of hopes. So if you're confused as to who Team Bazaar are, these are the guys. Warriors Gaming, they just have a new sponsor, a new brand title. But yeah, definitely no slouches. Mineski as well, a seasoned team with Ninja Boogie as well as Miracle. Joining the squad. I wouldn't say recently, but they were the newest additions, and that is a 1 Miracle special there. That's the Warrior. It's a tank killer.
I really like Mineski pick so far because it's really good against Bazaar hero in the moment. Especially you see like I don't think that they can control the Ursa very well in the into the late game. Maybe the Spirit Breaker ulti which can go through BKB. Yeah, but I feel that it's Crystal Maiden. I don't see how later on she can. I don't think she can do anything to Ursa Warrior. It will probably pretty much rape everyone. Even Timbersaw is not safe from the Ursa Warrior.
Yeah, he'll definitely rip them to shreds with his
swipes
and stuff. Yeah, Crystal Maiden, one of the shortcomings of her ability, Frostbite, a powerful ability at locking down targets, but unfortunately Ursa has this thing called Enrage that takes out all the debuffs on him. Kind of like a mini Dark Pack. We're going to go right into Slug now. That's a lot of melee heroes in this game, but Slug being picked up by Team Bazaar here. Slug? What are your thoughts on this?
Slug, I think... yeah, because the lack of area effect, I mean AoE in Mineski, but now they have Shadow Fiend. So I think it will hurt the Slug. Actually, I pretty like the Shadow Fiend pick to counter Slug because Shadow Fiend, they have so many AoEs. They have like Raze and ulti.
Yeah, the Shadow Fiend. Yeah, I think okay. Slug has okay. The way to deal with Slug is to pin him down with disables and burst damage. But I think the one thing that really does affect Slug is AoE damage. Like Crystal Maiden, Shadow Fiend, they have this big AoE damage that really makes it hard for him to even out-heal it during his Shadow Dance.
Just spam it on the ground.
Yeah, spam it on the ground. Make it. I mean, his Shadow Dance regen is cool, it's nice, but it doesn't heal that much. And if you have like a Requiem or like multiple Razors, it can be a little bit difficult for him to rejoin the fight after. And Slug may be elusive, but he's not exactly the tankiest hero.
Yeah, it seems like they want the Slug to survive more. They've banned Disruptor, one of the best support hero counter for Slug.
Yeah, definitely they pull back with the glimpse. And I'm surprised Disruptor actually got so far in the ban phase.
Yeah,
Usually
exactly.
he gets banned out really early, gets picked up really early. I think both teams just...
I think I noticed that maybe like they picked the Shadow Fiend because as a counter pick, because they worry that Bazaar would pick SF, so they pick SF first. So it's an trade off, so they couldn't pick Disruptor. Because I think Disruptor would have been a good pick earlier on when they had Timbersaw and Spirit Breaker. It's kind of a good hero to counter those two heroes as well.
Yeah, but
So it's a really good man.
they snatch up Nana's hero, so
Yeah.
now he has to deal with something else. And we have that Silencer being thrown into the mix. They're still leaving the Invoker in the pool.
Yeah.
They're like, we dare you. You know, you have Nyx Assassin, we have Silencer. Do you still want to go for Invoker Nana? It's going to be a risk. And Bazaar have a minute and 30 seconds to really ponder about that. But the Silencer support pick, you think it's good? It's good. I like Silencer personally, but get your thoughts on this.
Usually if I would like to pick Silencer, you need a hero with a really good initiation like Storm or Centaur to compensate what Silencer lacks. Because when you have a Silencer in a team, you lack one disable.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and especially with the global silence is out, it's like people can just disengage. So that's the reason why you need a hero like Storm and Centaur.
Ursa with Blink could work. Nyx Assassin.
Well, it's not enough to hold them off. As you can see, like the yesterday game, Bazaar against Execration, where they pick Silencer, but on their team they have Centaur War Chief. So it's difficult for them to disengage during global silence. It's like you have to force them to fight.
Yeah, I think that's what they're actually aiming to do here. They have the global silence, and then Ursa jumps onto Slug and just tear him up with the Earthshock overpower combo. It could be that case. I don't know. Like, I think they're just having that silencer so that they can jump Slug without him escaping. The Nyx Assassin can start, Ursa can start.
But throughout the later on through the games, when the Slug has BKB, when Timbersaw have Yule, so Silencer's gonna be it doesn't scale better in the late game.
Yeah. Of course, silence, global silence is just weakened in general in the late game when they have the counters, Lotus Orb, Yules, you mentioned, BKB Mantas. But now Magnus, okay, just gonna be pairing it up with a melee carry.
Yeah.
Big team fight, BKB piercing as well, but susceptible to Ursa.
Yeah, good to control Ursa as well.
Yep, good to control Ursa, but susceptible to the silencer. So has to be careful with that global silence hanging around. But all these heroes, if you notice, all four heroes could all would benefit from the nice mana regen that the Crystal Maiden will provide. Magnus will be able to spam the Shockwave, keep up and power spam. We have got Timbersaw. Spirit Breaker, even Spirit Breaker runs out of mana, charging and slot little things to help him jungle better. So Team Bazaar, they've I would say their lanes are kind of weak actually.
For melee and
their lanes look kind of weak. We'll see how they do it. Ogre is definitely going to be free as a result to be able to roam around the map, gank. Alright, PC hang. So alright, so just based on the draft, who do you favor more? Not non-player experience, but draft wise. Who do you favor more?
From the draft wise, Mineski have the upper hand. Although that I think Bazaar doing if they can execute their team fight nicely like they used to, like that's their specialty of their team. I really like to see Bazaar how they execute their team fight. It's really so good.
Okay. But you haven't given me an answer. Who do you favor more?
Well,
like give me a number, like 50-50, 60-40.
All right. From the draft, I would say it's 55-45.
Who?
55 on Mineski because I love Ursa.
Okay. So a slight advantage. Okay, wow, whoa, Ben, what are you doing here? Getting hit by that ignite. There's their Albo Venom. Gets close for an Albo Venom, and that's gonna be first blood going to Jules, and that's a 2 intelligence steal as well for Ninja Boogie. So definitely gonna be welcoming that. Mineski getting the first kill on the board and an observer ward. If anything can go wrong, it's right here. And a Shadow Fiend, of course, gonna take that one. He tangos it, which is a waste of a tango.
Yeah. It's gonna hurt the if the Timbersaw keep dying when the silencer is around, it's gonna hurt him in the long run. His intelligence is gonna be suck out so much. So you have to be more careful.
Yeah, losing intelligence to these answers definitely not part of the plan. But Ben, I think going too deep in there to drop observers and sentry wards. He tried to block this camp. Yeah, he blocked the camp with the sentry, but it's now gonna get dewarded. So perfect sentry placement here from the ogre actually.
Yeah,
people.
I think it's kind of clear that Mineski have been analyzing Bazaar's game. They probably know how Ben usually starts out the game. They must have reviewed his replays.
Yeah.
It's like they know he was going there.
Yeah, both. I mean, C teams in general. Wow, the D wards just coming out. Oh, are nearly losing that last hit as well. He'll eat another observer ward. So the Bazaar lineup are just out of observers at this point. Frostbite comes in. They're gonna try and go for the kill here. There is quite a bit of damage that could be done onto RR, but yeah, the cockroach, not easy to kill. So, talking about the lanes here, how's the Shadow Fiend Magnus matchup usually?
Well, I think Shadow Fiend is Shadow Fiends when they have more. Actually, I like the Magnus pick because if you had a pick Invoker, it's really difficult for the Invoker to get the last hit, especially with the Shadow Fiend Necromancy. When he collects enough soul, at that point, Invoker have to go NC more, or unless he get the Spirit Breaker to gang mid more. So so with against Mag, especially with the CM to spam the shockwave, yeah, I think it's kind of even.
Always be careful here. Ogre is just really clubbing him down. Has to watch for the Shadow Race. Oh, no Shadow Fiend long race just yet.
Still level one.
Level 1. Yeah.
I
think that is a kill. Yeah, he's gonna take the observe. Yep, the Orb of Venom. That's gonna be enough. Wow, too greedy there. And I think that was the mistake we saw from Nana yesterday. Overextending, just stretching his hero a little bit too much, and getting punished. Shrine time.
I think his playstyle is always overly aggressive, and it works previously, but somehow lately it doesn't work that much, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, if you watch the first game yesterday, Execration versus Bazaar, it was his over-aggressiveness that paid off and at the same time cost them the game.
It's like a reverse edge, reverse edge sword where,
Oh, no, getting rammed here by the double damage. Okay, really now that's a nice skewer back in. I think the ogre is going to run the wrong way and he's going to get picked off. So a nice kill that coming away in Nana. And that's why you don't challenge a Magnus too close to his tower. Skewer always an option there.
Like the first kill gave him like too much confidence.
Ooh, I think he's got to go back to base or shrine up. Yeah, he probably has to shrine up now. Shadow Fiend not going to get that kill. Surviving just on a little bit of HP.
Oh, that's a nice
Nyx Assassin spikes though, and that's gonna be enough. He has to shift more than enough to take down the Nyx Assassin, and the ogre coming in to try and push the Slark off, but you get a kill on the offlaner already. So even score 2 and 2. Let's look. Where else should we look here? Let's look top lane. Top lane. Alright, top lane's been abandoned.
Yeah, there's no way Timbersaw can lane against Ursa. He can just stack up the Fury Swipe, and there's no way with the reactive armor. I don't think the reactive armor can do much against the Fury Swipes, which is a really good pick from Mineski.
Yeah, even Silencer is just really punishing towards a Timbersaw. Being able to just throw out glaives, last word spam, make his life a living hell. What's happening here? Ogre gonna steal the rune. Has to wait 20 seconds for it. Crystal Maiden might challenge him. Well, looking at the bottom lane, Arjit. Level 4 right now. How's his CS looking? 22. Actually, his CS is pretty good. The Nyx Assassin only getting 4 CS right now. And the Ogre actually failing to get the bounty rune, not wanting to stick around.
Yeah, he's probably worried about the Spirit Breaker, which can come charging anytime. So he wouldn't want to take the risk. It's not worth it.
Yeah, Spirit Breaker was thinking about charging up to the Ursa, but
yeah, they wouldn't know that.
Thinking twice now. Yeah. No, he actually tried to charge up.
Tried to charge. Yeah, I saw. But
Basky is Raging Potato, right? Is he Raging Potato?
Basky.
Shadow Fiend.
Actually, I'm not sure myself.
I think he is Raging Potato. I heard someone say it yesterday, but oh, that's a Spirit Breaker away from home. He's going to charge and find himself in a really bad place. Doesn't want to feed the kill to the Shadow Fiend though in the end. We'll give it to the Ogre instead, and into Intelligence. It's more kills coming in. Score is now 2 and 3. Magnus has a regeneration rune, so we're gonna be able to shoot down Spirit Wave.
The Magnus is holding up pretty well. I mean, considering that he's pretty much going against 2 versus 1, so he's still able to get 22 CS at the moment, which is not that far behind the Shadow Fiend. But I think this is all thanks to the Shockwave and the CM Aura.
It's like, tell me a little bit more about how the Spirit Breaker is doing his job. Why is he sitting here instead of like roaming around the map or trying to find something to do? Well, like, is this how Afu plays or what?
Well, the thing is, like, you see how when you're outside of the map, you create fear, the uncertainties, like the unknown. You see the Nyx assassin, right? His CS is so low because he's always constantly have to worry about the Spirit Breaker. He have no idea, is he down? Is he coming to me? Is he waiting to kill me? So you see, he doesn't dare to show himself. So in the end, he punished himself. But in reality, you see, Afu is nowhere near bottom.
That's a good point. And speaking of missing heroes, the Nyx assassin coming in, they start with the Fire Blast and they immediately get him with that. Despite Carapace will stun the Magnus on the low ground, so he will not have that avenue of escape. They will pick him off with the Shadow Fiend. That's a nice little kill there, but Spirit Breaker comes in. There's only level 2, so not enough burst damage to take out that Nyx. A nicely executed gank, and Bazaar fall behind in the kill score. Mineski take the lead, 4-2.
Timbersaw survived top. He almost died to the Ursa.
Yeah, he's taking the curse. Oh, yeah. No. Yeah, he's gonna shrine up. But yeah, nearly died to Ursa.
But good timing from the they acknowledge that the Spirit Breaker definitely going to meet to help the Magnus, so they quickly initiate on the Timbersaw to force him out and to attempt the kill at top. So one of the reasons that Spirit Breaker is staying top, because it's like one of the lane where there might be an action where he could use the charge to save the Timbersaw. It's like an opportunity. He's always waiting for opportunity to go.
Alright, Arjit has finally hit that level 6 mark. The CS favoring the Slug. And if if we're talking late game here, let's say we get into the late game and both sides are farmed up. Who has the edge? Who has the advantage?
I have to say that with Bazaar, they have Magnus, which goes through BKB. That's big. That's really big. That's a really big skill. It's like, as far as I see, Team Mineski, they don't really have something that can control Bazaar at late game. Like, they don't have like anti BKB skills. It's like they rely on the Global Silence and the Ogamagi-san and the Nyx. But at one point when Bazaar, they have BKBs and all those things, all the big items, it's nothing to stop them if they have a good initiation.
It's kind of true, but do you think Slug's the better carrier? You don't think Ursa can lock him down, Shadow Fiend? There's 2 carries against 1, technically.
Yeah. Well, but you cannot discount Timbersaw. Timbersaw still can, with full item, I think Timbersaw still can be a force to be reckoned with, even in the late game. He can tank the. I mean, if he has all the right items, he still can tank pretty decent amount of right-click damage.
Alright, Nova, meanwhile, level 5 now on that Crystal Maiden. I mean, this is what I'm worried about. Crystal Maiden's only rotated for 1 gank. Not really doing much apart from just giving the aura away. Do you think this is how Crystal Maiden should be run? Or is it how she's always run? Do you like Crystal Maiden personally?
Yeah, actually I do, but it depends on the on your strats. But I think if you want to play Crystal Maiden passively, you must have like really good spammable skill late games. Maybe something that you can get a good item like BKB or something later on where you can fight in team fight, where you can hold out in team fight, even without the CM doing much impact. But I think the second pick, Nyx, really kills Bazaar's strategy. It really hurts them.
Why?
Well, because I feel that in a way, I don't think when they pick CM, this is the hero lineup that they were looking, they meant to have at the end. I think Mineski draft really well to prevent Bazaar to pick the hero that they really want. I think this is like Bazaar is like they're like drafting, and then like for them they have no choice. It's like they were cornered to pick these heroes.
Corner to pick slot, you think? Oh wait, oh Miracle picks up a blink dagger, and that's so much damage. The slows come out, and the Timbersaw going down and donating another 2 intelligence over to Mineski. Ninja Boogie already collecting up to 6.
Really fast dagger from Ursa.
Yeah, Miracle is very familiar with this hero. Might even opt to a quick Aegis attempt very shortly here. And Crystal Maiden's still jungling, and it's just level gaining time for Bazaar. Things are not looking too hot for them. I think the pressure is going to start being applied very soon. But Slot nearly has Shadow Blade, so he can do something on his own.
Well, I don't think that the Slot will have much impact even after he have the Shadow Blade, because from the way I see the Mineski heroes, I think they will stick pretty soon, which they just did.
Okay.
Yeah. Because by the time he's
Spirit Breaker got himself caught out. There's the Vendetta as well. They want to go for that Slark, and there you go. The Global Silence pins down the Slark. Easy
really
pick
nice
there with the last word. The Spirit Breaker gets out, but the Slark does not, and that slows down the Shadow Blade a little bit more. Yeah, good call on them starting to group up together. You know, have Nyx Assassin Scout, and then they just push for objectives. Get Roshan, get towers.
This will make the Slark less impactful with the SB rush.
Yeah. The Slark with the Shadow Blade though, definitely going to have the supports buying up sentries for him, and that's it's one of the things. You know, it really depends on how much Slark can get out of this early Shadow Blade. I think it should be pretty successful. Silencer should be an easy kill. Even Ogre should be an easy kill.
Yeah, they do, but I think they will be prepared for it. They'll be waiting for it.
The Spirit Breaker brought down by the Hasted Shadow Fiend and Basky. Gonna get more kills on his board there. 2 to 7 now. Let's look at the net worth. 2008, 1000. Is this expected for you? Do you think that it was gonna happen another way? Do you think Bazaar was supposed to do better in this early game?
Well, I don't think so, because the fact that they pick CM and a lot of spammers, they want to play passive, they want to farm up their stuff before they start doing something. But it seems like Mineski, they're going for the kills item, so they can group up early and they can secure the early kills, so they can put in more pressure on Bazaar.
Okay.
And then get even further.
Yeah, the Ursa picking up going straight to Basher here. So, like you said, killing items to pin down those heroes. A first hit bash on Slot, really good for him as well. He does get the sentry out, and he does have his Shadow Blade, so gonna be looking for him to jump on the target, but he already have sentry wards in the middle lane, looking to
they're ready for
counter up the Slot. Yeah, they're ready for him. Bazaar getting read like a book here. Mineski, I would say almost the second best team now in this qualifier. Do you agree?
And also, I mean, they are Clash Gamer. I think they are, for now, I think they are pretty even. Both are doing really well, and both are Philippine-based team.
All right. Yeah. ADTR is actually coaching those guys, and he was really talking them up. And I was like, really? And then they beat Bazaar yesterday, right?
Yep. And I actually really impressed with Clash Gamer's performance so far.
Yeah, they have been doing very well.
Yeah.
Winning drafts that they didn't look like they were supposed to win.
Exactly. I think they're like the underdog of this tournament. I mean, no one expected them to be at the top 4 of the group, and they did. They're the top 3.
Yeah, definitely surprising everyone there. Of course, it's still a little bit early to say who's gonna make it, apart from maybe Faceless. But you know, it's still. Oh, we're gonna jump in on Ninja Boogie. He's gonna TP out right away. The shockwave is gonna be enough, and they will get a nice kill in return. So nicely, more of a fortunate gank that the Silencer was walking for that rune, and Slot just happened to jump on it. Now Mineski gonna claim himself tier 1 tower. No real contest. Basky get himself nice goal for his team. 3 to 7 now. The net worth gonna go more into that dire favor.
Shadowfin already picked up the Dragonlance. Wow, he's getting more and more tanky.
Yep, getting tankier, getting more and more powerful as well. He's gotten the 20% plus 20 attack speed.
Anyway, Ursa is starting to fall behind in net worth, as we know that Ursa is really bad at flash farming. They are really slow at farming, but when you have Ursa, you have to take Roshan, or you have to keep putting the pressure on your opponent. You have to keep fighting. That's how you play with, how you work out with Ursa.
And they're going for a tier 1 tower now, so like you said, taking fights. And the glyph comes out, which makes me think that they maybe want to go for a gank here, but no, they're just going to look for the next assassin. The stun is not going to be enough. The Chakram takes him out, but meanwhile, Miracle finds the Shadow, finds the Spirit Breaker and the Crystal Maiden. Wonder what they were doing there.
Yeah,
actually,
it was futile attempt to defend the tower, I guess.
Yeah. Seemed pretty futile there. Got hit by a Raccoon as well, and they will lose their lives. So 2 supports from Bazaar actually giving away their lives.
They shouldn't have done it. I mean, like, it was obvious it was going down. There's no way with the Slug and Timbersaw was killing the next assassin, right? So yeah, I don't know why did they do what they did.
They don't have global silence for now, but Slug is still pretty underfarmed compared to the Shadow Fiend, almost 3 grand behind him.
Yeah, that's really far.
Alright, I'll need to ask you, what do you think about this Echo Saber pickup on Magnus? I know it's pretty common among some players, but do you agree in this game?
I don't think so. I think still Dagger would have been better. Better pick. They really need the initiation. And also the timing, like where maybe that their Timbersaw tanking, Slug going in, and then use the ulti to go out, and then where people are grouped up, especially they have Ursa Warrior and Nyx, definitely they're gonna be like really close to each other. So he can, if with Dagger, he can land a really good ulti. I mean, he will have the chance eventually.
I think the Echo Saber is more like a greedy build. You just want to farm down more faster. Yeah. You can do a little bit more damage.
Yeah, apparently I think they want to avoid fights, which is smart. At the moment, I think.
Yeah, but sometimes you just cannot. Sometimes you just cannot avoid fights as much as you would like to. Mineski are taking fight to you.
I guess they're just gonna trade towers and all those things for now until they are prepared and feel that they are ready.
Oh, they're going in. They feel ready. There's the Shadow Blade. They're gonna be dodging that. The dust comes out. They will look for him. The next assassin knows there, but he doesn't get the spike across. They stun both Slug and him, but the RP only lands on the next assassin, so that is going to be the sacrificial lamb. But they will lose their Magnus. The Razor's coming out, so much damage. The stun, and Makasi just going in now with the global silence as well. The Eel Scepter on this Timbersaw, trying to stay alive here, but the last word is slowing him down with the curse as well. They tick him, and now they look for that Shadow Fiend. He goes into Shadow Blade. He's now safe from that invisibility, and well, Shadow Fiend going to get a triple kill there. Very nice
really
play
nice
there.
Play, yeah.
I would say, I'll just call him Basky for now, but I do believe it is Raging Potato. Yeah, Raging Potato. Very well done. Also the best name in the game. Don't know why he changed it. Basher is done for Miracle.
Really good Shadow Fiend play there. It's like he dodged Slug pounds twice in a row with the Shadow Blade.
And the second time that wasn't a dust anymore. Reveal him, and the extended fight goes in the Shadow Fiend favor, and he gets a BKB right off the bat, which is pretty insane.
Yes, it's gonna make it more difficult. Although they have 2 heroes that can BKB go through BKB, but I think it still will increase overall. It will increase his survivability by a lot. I don't think at this point he can die anymore. Yeah, with that BKB, it's gonna be very hard to take him out. And yeah, the longer he lives, he can deal so much damage.
Shadow Fiend actually does a lot of damage now. If you get to the level where you get 2 damage per soul as well, damage actually becomes pretty insane. It's already at 100 plus 100, so... Wow, this Curse of the Silent is just really ticking down this Magnus, and they drop him with the last word. So that's another 2 intelligence lost there. This Ninja Boogie just having a great old time.
It's already 16 stolen intelligence there.
Nyx gets scouted. Oh, they're gonna go for the Raccoon. There is gonna be a mana burn as well. Wow, the damage.
Wow, it's really fast, man. It's like
wasn't even expecting
so much damage there.
And now it's Roche time. With the Ursa, should be pretty much Charles' play. 5 to 16 now. The kill score favoring Mineski pretty heavily. And they look like they're tempting a steal, but might lose their lives.
Well, they don't have Afu in their team. The Aegis stealer.
Yeah.
Yesterday, wow. Amazing how he stole the Aegis twice.
It was also more the fault of the Sven not popping BKB and just saving it very greedily, trying to save a 5-second BKB.
Exactly. The cooldown is so fast. It's not worth it. I mean, like, you can just wait for the next cooldown.
Yeah, Mineski about to close in onto the jugular, looking for Bazaar here. Still waiting to push that tier 2. And they're still waiting to get kills with that Shadow Blade slot.
They have to approach. I feel that the Mineski is quite far ahead of Bazaar, but they still have to be cautious.
He walks right into the enemy. He gets slowed down there. They dust him up. Arjit in a lot of trouble. And there's that global silence. They see him, and that is going to be super easy to deal with. Or is it? Yep, there's the fire blast, and they chop him. Miracle. No solo mercy. And they find another one as well. The Spirit Breaker gone from the count, and that's the Shadow Feed. And Urson starts to climb further and further ahead. Look at the net worth graph, guys. Look at the net worth graph. And oh, we found a Magnus as well. There's the next assassin. Starts up the mag. Looking for long race here. Do we get it? No, we don't. We're missing that. But there's the mag. Gotta top the ogre up a little bit. Keep him healthy. Now they're gonna go for the push again.
But they still have to, despite their having an advantage in the game, but they still have to cautiously approach the high ground, because we know that Bazaar is really good at defending, and they are like the master of comeback.
Yeah, I think that one I definitely agree. They had some games where it was almost clear that they lost, but they somehow managed to turn it back in. I come back into the room, I'm like, what? I thought it was over. But
yeah,
nope.
same.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Looks like they're going to take out the tier 2s first before setting their sights to high ground. Score is currently 5-20. Let's take a look at that net worth and that XP earned. Disaster. Disaster indeed. So what's the plan here if you're Bazaar? What's the strategy you think?
Well, all you can do now is split pushing, while you have one high survival hero that go around to the opposite lanes, just pushing out, while the rest of the team just clear the creeps, clear the waves, slow down the push, and wait for opportunity when they try to go back, because they have Spirit Breaker and Magnus, where they can pick off the leftovers.
Yeah, the assassin now going for that Blink Dagger. Okay, I see some players building Aghanims first instead of Blink, or Aetherlens first instead of Blink. Sometimes for staff. What are the differences?
Well, I think at this moment they are pretty desperate. It's like they are so far behind.
Oh no, I'm talking about Nyx Assassin.
Oh, Nyx Assassin. Okay. Oh, sorry. I thought you were talking about the Timbersaw. So, I think that they are so far ahead at the moment. So if he goes for Scepter first, he will be playing more defensive instead of aggressive, because he have to goes inside, bury inside. But if he has Dagger, he can initiate to cash and gank together with the Ursa. So for example, like if they see they have an opportunity to cash one of the heroes like Timbersaw, and even now you see that they always split pushing. They always split pushing. So with that extra initiation capability from the Dagger, it can help them to you see here. He's gonna blink and stun or something, and someone's gonna TP at the bottom. Oh no!
Tower goes down.
But they still have the Spirit Breaker roaming around there, which is really smart.
Yeah, they have a lot of heroes on the bottom lane, but they lose their tier 2 top. And with this Aegis, I thought they were gonna force it.
Yeah, I think maybe they do still respect Bazaar as the master of comeback. They do respect the defensive capability of the Bazaar hero as well, with Timbersaw and Magnus. They can constantly spam out all the skills.
Yeah,
and it can hurt them too.
The Silver Edge also something to note, can remove reactive armor, remove the passive regeneration,
and Slug
reduce damage. Yeah, remove Essence Shift, yeah, remove a big portion of his damage. Very strong.
So you can actually fight head-on right-click with Slug once he lost his Essence Shift.
Yeah, it's extremely good when he loses his Essence Shift and he pops that ulti, unable to heal up.
Yeah.
Oh. Let's look and see what Ben has. He's got 12 plus stone charges, a brand new one, a Yo Scepter as well. It's only 24 minutes, but he's managed to afford himself quite a fair bit of nice items.
Yeah. Because he secured a lot of successful gangs and especially always get the big heroes.
Oh. Let's look at the upcoming bank here. There's an observer ward, but they are going to have a false sense of security as the purge creep just goes on it. Ninja Boogie reveals himself. The Magnus goes in. There's an Aegis. Oh, it's gonna be gone, but there's a BKB. Immediately forces it out. Ursa going in, going ham. They stun up the Magnus. That's him down. No RP now. Arjun jumps onto the Ursa. Ursa has that Aghanim Scepter. He pops himself out of it, gets that damage reduction, and he will resist most of that. Crystal Maiden's ultimate. He's still under the tower though. He's taking a lot of damage. Miracle goes down, and now Spirit Breaker. He is hitting someone that he should not be able to hit. And Hajit, now the only one left remaining that can do some decent damage. Going to try and kill off the retreating heroes. They will get Ninja Boogie. The buyback from Timbersaw means... Is that a buyback or is that a revive? No, that was a revive. So, they're still pursuing, trying to get more kills. Jules looks to be the next target, and the double Echo Saber hits means that's another kill on the Ogre. Nice little hold there. And you talked about respecting that high ground, a comeback advantage. Oh, Magnus is dead again, so that's a dieback for sure.
I think Nana was really sloppy there. Actually, he should have focus on it with the team, but somehow he wanted to solo chase their Nyx assassin.
Your Nyx assassin is in trouble. He's got Yo Scepter by himself. More time. Spiked up, and it's gonna dodge up the damage from that Slug, and Slug kills himself, rather impales himself on the Nyx's sword, and Blen now trying to run away. He has the gem. He needs to retreat with this item. The Shadow Fiend is beyond godlike, by the way, and there's a blink here. Going in, oh, the haste troop, pick it up, Miracle. Yeah, Miracle picks it up, and Rage unable to catch him. They will look for the Timbersaw. He does have a TP, so they should not be able to stun him. They'll port out with the gem, and that's a lucky one to get as well. And really need the gem, otherwise they lose the map control.
And I think Nana has not been performing very well in this game. And his buyout was late, a little bit late, when they were, because he wasn't sure whether, he was not confident that they could have defended that. So when they were like, I think if he had buyout earlier, he could have get a good reverse forces, yeah, good RP. He didn't even use his RP in the whole fight.
Yeah, he was trying to look for targets. He skewed that SF back in, but then SF used the BKB, so he was like, okay, never mind. Let's try to look for other targets. Got killed once and bought back, and then like you said, chased the SF on his own.
No, he chased the Nyx. He didn't chase the SF. He chased the Nyx and got baited.
Yeah,
which is
he went alone.
Yeah, against the team. This is a really silly thing to do.
Alright, we'll see how the push goes on from here. No Aegis means more risk here for Team Mineski. Shadow Fiend is really swagging. He's got Butterfly.
Superfrost's not there. I think this is a bad idea.
Oh no, the Global Silence comes out and the Slug, there's no answers to it. Beyond godlike, Shadow Fiend continues his rampage. And the Slug not getting his Manta Style is a big problem. I'm very surprised he didn't go for any Dispel.
Yeah, not even BKB.
Yeah, no BKB, no Manta. He's going for Skadi now. Seems very odd to me that Slug itemized like this.
I don't know what's going on with them. Their item choice are pretty questionable. Yeah, I agree with you.
Now Timbersaw is going to throw out the chains. That's the only thing he can really do. Stop the creep wave for a little bit, but Shadow Fiend, oh man. Choom, choom, choom! Down you go. And he even has that Butterfly, so good luck trying to kill this guy. Yep, now going to strafe away at that tower. The racks, tier 3's are already down, so shrines are open. Looks like they're going to play it safe.
Yeah, they don't want to risk it. They don't have Global Silence after all. So might as well just go get the free shrine and wait for the Global Silence to be ready before they can start to do something more risk.
Yeah, they're gonna pick up that Legion Rune, do a little scouting. They're gonna wait for Roshan to respawn. We're gonna have to wait a little bit to see how long more it will take. But I think it's about a minute or so. Alright, Ben. Bloodstone, Eels, no changes just yet. Getting a Shiva's Guard. They're gonna be very strong against the Ursa. What do you want to get on Silencer?
It seems like he's getting the item, the slow item.
Aethers?
Yes, Road of Aethers, yeah.
Yeah, but what will you get? Like, would you get maybe, I don't know, Dragonlance?
Well, at the moment, his DPS is quite high with the intelligence stolen, and I feel that at this point, I think he can pretty much buy anything. It's like, yeah, but going for Ados for something more aggressive, it's also a form of control. But I think Dragonlance would have been better because you can actually kite the Slug, the Magnus. They don't really have a proper whole hero except for Spirit Breaker, which usually, as you can see, he cannot even charge properly. Every time he charges, he always gets stopped by something.
Yeah, Nyx Assassin what turned out to be a really good pick. Locks in Invoker pick. Messed up a lot of combos.
Yeah, Storm Spirit Pit also, which as you can see Nana is really good on Storm as well. So I think the momentum is gone there when they were drafting this. Like their whole plan was like crumbles the moment their second pick Nyx.
Yeah. And now that Roshan is up, I'm not sure who's going to pay attention to this. Is there a gem?
The gems at the base. Oh no, with the Magnus.
Alright, so gems and Magnus. Will they take this rush? Oh, they're gonna just wrap around top, look for another opening.
Both teams aware of each other's presence, but I think Timbersaw really need to start going there now because they're gonna take a really fast Roshan with Ursa Warrior and also the presence of the Dark Lord. It's not gonna be long. They don't have a shrine to TP on for Timbersaw.
So the split pushing is a little bit more difficult.
Yeah.
He doesn't have to travel just yet. He has 4,000 gold.
It's gonna be too late for him to walk all the way there. They're gonna lose this Roshan. So there's no way they can make it in time. And they choose to forfeit the Roshan anyway. They don't want to take the risk.
Yeah, and there you go. The Aegis is picked up, and now I think we're gonna look to close up the game. Mineski have been ahead all match, and they are going to close up this game with a hard push. $15,000 net worth. It's looking pretty dicey here for Bazaar, and dropping another game here might end their streak or end their run.
Yep. They really need this win badly. Especially this is Mineski, one of the only spot that one of the spot that they can fight against. And giving the win to Mineski is like securing Mineski, giving Mineski more secure.
Yeah. Well, there's a silence now going to be applied here onto the Slug. He has been hit by the last hit. The global silence though, not used just yet. Nova has a Midas. Crystal way to try and get something done, but Nyx Assassin jumps in there, initiates on the robot. Man, he's down. He buys back right into the game. Ajit gonna fight the Ursa. But it does seem a little bit fruitless. Yeah, BKB is deployed. There's go Basket, and he is still beyond godlike. He's hitting the Rexus, and now the global silence comes out. The Slug doesn't have an answer. The Timbersaw about to die back here. The Shadow Fiend is just hitting people too damn hard. He's going in. He tries to go for the Slug. Nova tries his best, gets his ultimate deployed. He will get the Aegis of that Shadow Fiend.
They didn't get the Rex. They haven't get the Rex.
Yeah, getting the Rex. Go get the Rex. Objective-based gaming. Basky in trouble, but never mind. The Nyx lines up two heroes, skewers them like a poker, and now Afu calls GG. Bazaar dropping yet another game to the Mineski powerhouse. And
well, it looks like they have no chance to proceed to the next round.
I don't know. They have, like, with this loss, they have 3 losses now. I think from here on out, that's it. They have to win every single game if they want to even try and get into that 4th place. I could be wrong about this, but I'm sure our panel will tell us more about this later. But you know, just take a look at the stats here. Which player really stood out for you? Okay, let's not talk about Shadow Fiend for now. Okay, we'll ignore Raging Potato. What other hero really stood out for you?
I think Ogre Magi.
Ogre Magi?
Yeah, it's like the solo kill on Magnus in the mid. He's always at the right place at the right time, making giving the early advantage to Mineski. I have to say the Ogre Magi, the Jules, he played really well on the Ogre Magi.
What about Bazaar's lineup? Did it work out the way? No, I mean, of course it didn't work out, but how do you think it could be improved? Like, what went wrong for their draft?
Well, it's kind of difficult because at that point there weren't really many hero on the pool left for them to pick, and especially I think in the end the first pick CM really bite them back in the ass. It's like as you said earlier, like it was why they pick CM so early? Isn't it a waste of pick? But turns out that yeah, as you said, that's what really actually happened.
Yeah, I think I always feel like Crystal Maiden. It's a good hero. You know, there are two camps on this. You know, some people say it's a terrible hero. Some people say it's not needed. Walking aura, blah blah blah. Some people swear by it. I do think that CM with the recent changes, the bounty runes with shrines, can actually be a really good ganker, and still provide her team with the mana at the same time instead of a lane babysitting support. But I think yeah, in general, picking her as a first pick might actually, like you say, draft yourself into a corner, because you already pick up one of your support slots. You have less room to work with to react to the enemy draft. Say they pick up an Ursa who has the power to break out of your frostbite, then what? You know, you don't have another. You have only one slot left. They try to go for Spirit Breaker, but Mineski were just too prepared. I felt like there weren't many big charge gangs or anything.
He couldn't do anything much anyway. And besides, as you can see early on, their observer wards were all dewarded. It's clear that Mineski have done their homework prior to the game. They know Team Bazaar like at the back of their hands. It's like what they're gonna pick, where they're gonna put the wards, where they're gonna lane.
Yeah, it's knowing the teams. That's the thing about C. You know, this place is so small. It's only like Singapore, Malaysia, Philippines, Indonesia. Like all of these guys, they roughly know one another. They scrim each other, and you know, you start to know the strategies. You know, observer wards is one thing. They also have the sentry wards in preparation when the Slark had the Shadow Blade.
Yep.
So they knew when he was coming. He didn't really get any big gangs. Yeah, he got a silencer once. He was lucky. He got the Nyx Assassin another time. But yeah, other than that, Mineski just read them like a book. Raging Potato, I think, really just played out of his mind. And this game, I would say, pretty one-sided.
It is one-sided.
I would say it's unexpected that it's so one-sided. But I'm not surprised that Mineski won. They are, I think, the better team. They are definitely, in my eyes, the other team going to Kiev with Faceless for sure.
Yep.
And I mean, now it's time to jump into the score screen. Let's go look at more advanced